Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be, should I wait around? I've got an email here from a guy who's been dating this particular, or I say he was dating this particular woman, and they've been seeing each other since they were in middle school, and they were living together, and I guess recently she just moved out. She's telling him all kinds of things like she's confused, and plus she's also been talking with this other guy. So he's like, should I wait around for this girl? She says she's confused. Should I wait until she figures out what it is she wants? Should I just move on with my life? So I'm going to go through and analyze his email, and then before we get into it, I got a quote that I wrote, and I'll read that to you, and then we'll go through his email. And the quote says, "Love cannot exist where there is no trust. Even one instance of someone violating your trust will make it impossible for you ever to fully trust him or her again. When it comes to friendships, lovers, business partners, and all of your most important relationships, they need to be with people who place the same high value on trust, honesty, communication, and loyalty that you do. People don't change who they really are, but they may become a better version of themselves. When people show or tell you who they really are, you should believe them. Never delude yourself into thinking that they will change and become the kind of person you want when their previous actions have continually shown you their true colors." So with that piece of wisdom in mind, let's see how it applies to this email. He says, "Hey Corey, I've been with the same girl since I was in middle school. She was simply obsessed with me and did everything she could to make me happy. I was a bit of a player and only wanted one thing. I took her virginity and let her buy me things, etc. Over time she grew on me. Things were great for a while, but recently they've been a bit off. She's never happy with her new job, car, pet, etc. Sounds like she's just not happy. And at the end of the day, it's not your job to fix her or be her therapist. You can suggest things to her only if she's open to it, like when she's complaining about things or my life sucks, my car sucks, my job sucks. You say, do you want me just to listen or do you want my advice? And if she wants your advice, then you can suggest things to her. But when she starts telling you these things, don't start trying to give her advice about it. Recently, she's been flirting with other guys right in front of me. Well, that shows that there's a complete lack of respect on her part towards you. That is not acceptable. The most recent one was a guy our friend knew. One night they stayed up all night together and she lied about it. It just, when you got somebody you're dating and they're lying to you, no way. You can't have a healthy relationship with somebody like that. Somebody that resorts to lying. I mean, as long as you've been with this girl, she lies to you about stuff like this. She's disqualifying herself from ever being your girlfriend again. Long story short, he was telling her that she deserves better, etc. Isn't he helpful? See, lately we've been a little ugly to each other. We throw fits. I would let our dogs out or turn the AC off, and she would snap or get moody. Sounds like you definitely need to read my book 10 to 15 times, dude. So it's like you guys are punishing each other. I'm not playing the victim. I could be a dick at times and throw fits too. Sometimes she'd blow off plans, and I'd get pissed from waiting, eventually saying something like, well, I guess I'll just go out then. I know, stupid childish shit. Well, the fact that she's blowing off plans that you had made, again, is a sign of low attraction and a low respect that she has for you. She just simply does not respect you. Well, after that night, she wanted to take a break and focus on what we really want in life, mainly school. When a woman that you're in a relationship with says, we should take a break so we can focus on what we really want, what she's really saying is, I want to take a break so I can focus on what I want, and what I want is not you right now. But that's how they soften things. They don't want to hurt your feelings. But the reality is, she's unilaterally changing the terms of your relationship. She said she will always love me, and you never get over your first love. So in other words, she's saying, I'm going to get over you, basically. You'll always be my first love, but I'm out of here. If you love something, let it go. She mentioned things like she was confused and she wanted some time for herself. What she really wants is to break up with you, so obviously she could probably date this other guy or however many other guys happen to be in the background at this point. She wanted to go but didn't. She even brought up things from 8 years ago and said she'd felt taken for granted. If you were sitting there and you were having that kind of a conversation, I said, yeah, you're right, I did take you for granted, and I'm sorry, it was wrong of me to do that, and I've learned, I'm grown, I won't do, I don't do those kinds of things anymore, I won't do them again in the future, sorry I hurt you, sorry I took you for granted. Watch the video that I did, How to Communicate with Women Effectively. I go into that in detail. I've read that when girls do this, they are unsure of their feelings for you or are having feelings for someone else and want to see how it plays out. Yeah, she wants to basically put you in relationship timeout so she can explore a relationship with somebody else. And if it doesn't work out, she figures you'll just be hanging around waiting on her, and then she can pick up where things left off. And your attitude towards that should be, I don't think so. If you're ending our relationship because you want to date someone else, then great. It's time for us to go our separate ways. Thanks for the memories. Wish you all the best. If you ever want to work it out, get in touch with me. But if you're going to date somebody else, I prefer you not contact me so I can move on, I can heal, and I can get over it. Well, I bought her flowers, wine, and left love notes, etc. You've definitely been watching too many movies. That's what guys do. Things go poorly, and they think, I'll buy her flowers. You see this in movie and TVs all the fucking time. The time to buy flowers and sweet love notes is when it's a surprise. That's what you do for your girlfriend, maybe on Valentine's Day or maybe for her birthday or maybe just out of the blue. Not because she wants to break up with you or not see you anymore. You send her flowers like that's a bribe for a relationship. That's a bribe for giving you another chance. And it comes off as being very weak and pathetic and manipulative for that matter. After talking, she decided to stay and fix things. But if they went back to the way things were, that was it. So she says she wants to work it out. And so what happens? The next day, she was sad and said the spark was gone. I can see why now after watching your videos. I was dependent on her recently as she's made more money this year and pleading was just that much more unattractive. I gave her a couple of days and asked again if she still wanted to leave, and she said she's going to move in with her father, who was always giving her shit about me regardless. This is where the plot thickens. Giving her space only seems to piss her off. Well, chasing her ain't working. When somebody's pushing you away and doesn't want to date you anymore and tells you they need space and they're confused, you have to give them space. Running after them and trying to force things is never going to work. You tried it. You tried chasing her. You tried trying to get her to make a decision, and yet she's still leaving. So you need to give her space. You need to let her go. You need to say, what about what I want? I want to work things out, but you're telling me you just want to give up and toss away the last 8 years like it was nothing. That doesn't work for me. So you're either in or you're out. You're either going to make the effort with me or you're not. And you're talking to these other guys, that's not acceptable. You're acting like somebody that's single. If you want to be single, then go be single. It's over. Have a nice life. I want to move on with my life. I don't want to be together anymore if this is the way you're going to treat me after 8 years. No, thank you. You're not the person that I thought you were. She didn't want to put a time frame on things. In other words, she wants you to wait around while she explores things with somebody else. And if it doesn't work out, then she may call you. Say, I ain't waiting on nobody. I'm a catch. If you don't appreciate what I have to offer and you don't value that, then great. I'm going to go find somebody who does. She went from sad one day to moving out and leaving me on my ass with the lease the next. Well, that was nice of her. Her friend thought she would tell me that this guy has started texting her, sending her flowers, etc., and is coming to town in August. He's a meth head who's been on and off and is infected with God knows what. Yeah, she's getting involved with guys like that. He's going to poison the well, my friend. You don't want those leftovers. You don't want his sloppy seconds. She's drop dead gorgeous, very impressionable, and materialistic. Boy, she sounds like a great catch. He's an older guy, divorced twice, and is very abusive. She sounds like she's got self-esteem issues as well. She's getting involved with a guy like that? Just say, this guy is a drug addict, he's abusive, and you're going to get involved with somebody like that? I feel sorry for you because it's not going to end well for you. Give me a call if you change your mind. I'm out of here. However, he knows how to tell them exactly what they want to hear. I texted her asking if this was really about her having feelings for someone else And she blocked me on Facebook and even changed our Netflix password. Even if I never see her again, I don't want to see her get hurt or sick. Well, it's not your responsibility to save her from herself or to fix her problems or to be her therapist. She doesn't want to be with you. She's tossing you aside. You need to have some fucking self-respect. You say, you know what? It was a great 8 years. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. And move on with your life, dude. I guess my question is whether I should even wait around. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Never do that. When somebody treats you this way, you don't sit around waiting for them to come back to you. If you love yourself and you value yourself and you know you have a lot to offer a woman, which you do, then be that. Be congruent with that and go find somebody whose goals and values are more aligned with your own. This was just your first real girlfriend, dude. It's great that you were together all those years, but it's time to move on because it's obvious that she's moving on and she's already lined up somebody else and she's been disrespectfully rubbing these other guys in your face. She is the love of my life. No, she was the love of your life. We've traveled the world together, but we've just been unhappy lately. Do you think I fucked this up beyond repair? Dude, she's left. She's gone. She's moving on. She's moved out. She's left you on the hook. And she's dicked you over in so many bad ways, and you're just ignoring all that. You want to see things as they are. Not better than they are or worse than they are, but as they are. And right now, you're seeing this situation as being better than it really is. But the bottom line is she tossed you aside like you were a fucking used bubblegum wrapper with some old nasty gum in it, stuck to somebody's shoe. I mean, seriously, fuck that noise. If she's not going to appreciate and value you, you need to move on with your life and say, I deserve better than this. I deserve a girl who thinks I'm fucking awesome. I would never want to be with a girl who's going to go hang out with some fucking drug addict loser. No way. That tells me this girl's got self-esteem issues. So why? It's time to move on, bro. I know it's not what you want to hear, but the only way you're going to get what you want and get treated the way you want is if when women treat you right, they get the gift of your time. And when they don't, when they treat you the way this ex-girlfriend of yours has treated you, they get the gift of missing you. You're never going to call or contact her again for any reason. You know, if she's going to ruin her life being with this guy, that's not your fucking problem anymore. It's his problem. It's her father's problem, and she's out of your life. Take what you're learning in my book, read it 10 to 15 times, get out there and apply it, and meet a really great gal. And if she ever reaches out in the future, invite her over to your place to make dinner together. Don't go to her. Don't go pick her up. You should definitely review the article that I did, 7 Principles to Get an Ex Back, and follow that and be prepared. But in the meantime, you should assume it's over forever and you're never going to hear from her again, and move on to meet somebody new. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email coaching session. You can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.